In this video, I'll be ranking all of the Eeveelutions from F to S tier. Instead of ranking them by how much I like them or how powerful I think they are, I'll be ranking them on their ability to help me physically, mentally, or emotionally destroy my enemies. This really refers to anyone who has wronged me or even those that I just generally dislike. Before I get into that, let's set the scene for this hypothetical situation. Number 1, my enemy and I meet in a wide open field far away from any civilians or infrastructure. Number 2, I can only use the Pokemon's abilities and Pokédex entries to defend my choices. Go ahead and destroy that like button and consider subscribing. It's completely free and it helps the channel a ton. Also, make sure to check the disclaimer in the description below. As long as we've got that established, we're going to go ahead and start off with Eevee. Eevee stands 1 foot tall and weighs in at 14 pounds, similar to the weight of an average pug. It has the ability Runaway, which is the ability to flee from any battle. According to Pokemon X's Pokédex entry, it is a rare Pokemon that adapts to harsh environments by taking on different evolutionary forms. Assuming it is not able to evolve in this random field, Eevee provides almost no support in defeating my enemy. F tier. Next is Vaporeon. Vaporeon stands 3 feet tall, weighing in at 64 pounds, and it has the ability Water Absorb, which means that it heals itself when hit by a water attack. This ability is almost useless unless my enemy decides to spit on Vaporeon, which is highly unlikely in the midst of combat. According to Pokemon Shield's Pokédex entry, its body's cellular structure is similar to the molecular composition of water. It can melt invisibly in water. The invisibility thing is pretty cool, but unless it starts raining during the fight, this doesn't provide us any advantage. It is larger than Eevee in both size and weight, which brings Vaporeon barely up to the D tier. Flareon stands in at 2 feet 11 inches, weighing 55 pounds, with the Guts ability, which raises Flareon's attack power by 50% when poisoned, paralyzed, or burned. According to Pokemon Crystal's Pokédex entry, once it has stored up enough heat, this Pokemon's body temperature can reach up to 1700 degrees. According to Pokemon Fire Red's Pokédex entry, it has a flame bag inside its body, and after inhaling deeply, it blows out flames of nearly 3100 degrees Fahrenheit. According to Mutarator 2013, Fire-type Pokemon are immune to burns. Knowing this, if I take advantage of Flareon's Guts ability by feeding it a small portion of poisonous mushroom with the common name Green Gills, I'm sure to inflict massive wounds on my enemy. With a simple calculation and completely sound logic, increasing Flareon's attack power by 50% would cause its flame breath to reach a temperature of 4650 degrees Fahrenheit. Being on the receiving end of 4,650 degree flames for 5 seconds would easily cause irreparable extremity damage and or death. S tier. Great job, Flareon. Jolteon comes in at 2 feet 7 inches, weighing 54 pounds. It has the Quick Feet ability, which is unhelpful, although it should be noted that this is a very, very fast Pokemon. According to Pokemon Ultra Moon's Pokédex entry, its fur stands on end, becoming like needles it fires at enemies. Once they're weakened, it finishes them off with a 10,000 volt shock. Depending on Jolteon's aim and my enemy's ability to dodge, a needle from Jolteon's back could do some serious damage if it hits the right spot. Regarding the electrical shock, Metrical Engineering claims that a correctly placed shock over 50 volts could be lethal, though some have survived surges of over 70,000 volts and lived. Jolteon deserves a very high A tier placement, and I would even understand an argument for S tier. Next is Umbreon. Umbreon is 3 feet 3 inches tall and weighs in at 60 pounds. According to Pokemon Sun's Pokédex entry, when this Pokemon becomes angry, its pores secrete a poisonous sweat, which it sprays at its opponent's eyes. This one is pretty simple. Similar to that one poison-spitting dinosaur in Jurassic Park, Umbreon shoots poison into my enemy's eyes. I win. Because of this ability, Umbreon deserves a solid place at the B tier. Moving on to Espeon. Espeon is 2 feet 11 inches tall and weighs in at 58 pounds. According to its Pokemon Moon Pokédex entry, it unleashes psychic power from the orb on its forehead. When its power is exhausted, the orb grows dull and dark. The term psychic powers is kind of tough to deal with. It could mean the ability to read minds, or it could mean the ability to toss a person hundreds of feet into the air. If we use the mind reading thing, Espeon is barely a C tier. If we think Espeon can launch my enemy higher than the Empire State Building, Espeon is S tier. Most likely its powers are somewhere in between those two extremes, so I can confidently give Espeon a clean B ranking. Now we're on to Leafeon. Leafeon is 3 feet 3 inches tall, weighing at 56 pounds. Its Pokemon Platinum entry says that it basically does not fight. With cells similar to those of plants, it can perform photosynthesis. Cool. F tier. Glaceon is 2 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 57 pounds. Its Pokemon Omega Ruby entry says by controlling its body heat, it can freeze the atmosphere around it to make a diamond dust flurry. Here's exactly what would happen in this situation. Glaceon and I immediately leave the area. Once safe, I begin collecting the diamond dust. With Glaceon's help, I spend 6 months collecting the diamond dust. I sell the diamond dust to Shaneco, my friend in the diamond business. I use the funds raised from the diamond dust to purchase a large stake in the company my enemy works for. I speak with my enemy's boss. I instruct the boss to implement a 6-month plan, at the end of which my enemy is found guilty for embezzlement and drug trafficking under the company name. They are then sentenced to 25 years in federal prison. S tier. Finally, we have Sylveon, which stands in at 3 feet 3 inches tall and 52 pounds. According to Pokemon Sword's Pokédex entry, by releasing enmity-erasing waves from its ribbon-like feelers, Sylveon stops any conflict. Really cool, Sylveon. F tier. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. If you disagree about any of the placements that I put up here today, go ahead and let me know in the comment section and I will let you know why you're wrong. We'll catch you next time. Peace.